Hi, we are from Group 1 and this is Tesha, this is Jingze, and this is Justin. We are currently now presenting our IE1 final presentation. So the content will be first brainstorming, then sketching, then the selection of ideas, then prototype 1 and prototype 2, and ending off with the conclusion. So on the first day of our IE, our teacher given us a project to do. We are supposed to create a desired mouse trap. So each of us has to create 3 sketches of our own. The mouse cannot be hurt and must be easy to release. And we took some of our ideas from the internet so that the sketches will be more easier, our brainstorming will be more smoother. And we have created a lot of concepts so that to make the mouse traps more efficient. For example, the trap surface should be slippery and the trap is rotatable so that the mouse climb on it and the trap will rotate. And each of our ideas are seriously quite different. And we also learned how to use Arduino, so we added our Arduino in the prototype too. So first I'll talk about my sketch, my 3 sketch. So the first sketch, this is inspired by a hamster toy. It's a rotating toy, and it's a double layered trap. So the first layer is stationary and the second layer is rotatable. So the mouse will get locked inside the trap and it will climb down to the bottom of the trap and eat the bait, but it can't escape because as it tries to climb out of the trap to the exit, it will continue rotating like a hamster toy. The second sketch is just a simple water bottle, and the entrance is quite expandable and the tips are sharp. So once the mouse gets lured into the trap, the entrance will expand for the mouse to enter, and after the mouse enter, the trap will close back. And when the mouse tries to exit through the same entrance, it can't exit because the tip of the entrance is sharp, so it will hurt the mouse instead. And the last sketch of mine is that the mouse will climb into the water bottle. The mouse weight will make the water bottle drop, and the entrance of the mouse trap will be blocked by a wooden block. Now I'll be passing on my time to Jingze.
Hi guys, I'll be talking about my sketch. My first sketch, it will be the mouse will get into a water bottle that has a pivot onto it, which when the mouse is in it, the pivot will move the bottle and will slide the mouse into a box which will trap the mouse inside. Yeah, and that's my first sketch. And the second sketch, it will be the product that we have done. So it's basically a ramp, and then it's a bucket and a bed on top in the middle. So the mouse will run through the ramp and then it will walk onto the metal wire, and we change it in a prototype 2, so we'll talk about it later. But it will walk onto the metal wire and it will fall into the bucket itself. So it's quite hard for the mouse to come out from it to escape. And the last sketch that I'll be talking about is it's just a normal box with a triggering switch at the back. So when the mouse got in, it will just fall and it will just be trapped inside. Yeah, and now I'll pass the time over to Justin.
Hello, my name is Justin. So for my first sketch, this picture right here shows my sketch. So what the concept is about is that the ramp is placed at the opposite end of the bed, and the whole point of that is so that the mouse can the full body will be on the disc before dropping into the bucket. Okay, so for the light disc with the rod right in the middle, the rod will be attached to the middle and the light disc will be like hovering on top of it. So that's the whole point of it, is that when the weight of the mouse is applied to the disc, these will either bend or rotate, which makes the mouse fall into the bucket, and the door, which is detachable, will be for the easy release of the mouse. Okay, so for the second sketch, it will be a very simple concept, because the ramp is to help the mouse get onto the table, and then when the mouse sees the bait on the end of the straw, right, since the straw is like flimsy or very easy to bend, right, when the weight of the mouse is applied to the straw will bend, which makes the mouse fall into the bucket. Yeah, and a door will be over there also, so that it will be easy for the mouse to get out. Okay, so my last sketch, right, is also quite a simple concept of having a pivot mechanism, which is that the bait, right, will be placed inside the bottle, and when the bottle okay, so when the cardboard, you can see the cardboard with the sketch, right, when the mouse enters it, right, the cardboard will lift up, which is very easy for the mouse to enter. But when the mouse wants to exit, it will be very hard, because you need to lift up the cardboard from inside for the mouse to exit. Yeah, and this is due to the pivot, so that the cardboard can lift up and lift down. Yeah, so that's my third sketch. So now I'll be passing my time to Desha.
Hi, so I'll be explaining about my sketch. My sketch is based on a traditional cage-like design. The traditional cage-like design has a trigger set onto the bed that will trigger the gate of the cage that will trap the mouse. So on my first sketch, it has this opening for the mouse to go inside, which has a bait in. And once the mouse pulls the bait, the string will trigger the door to be closed, and it will trap the mouse inside. For the second sketch, it also has a similar design, but instead this cage is held upright. So once the mouse pulls onto the bait, it will release the cage, which will drop onto the mouse, trapping the mouse on the ground. And for the final sketch, I have another similar design based on the cage, but instead this is suspended in the air. So once the mouse pulls onto the string, it will activate the release mechanism, holding the cage onto the tripod-like design, dropping it on top of the mouse, trapping it. One of the cons about this design is that there is a chance that the mouse will get hurt if the mouse tries to escape. It might drop onto the mouse's body instead of trapping it completely.
Okay, so for the selection of ideas, right, we chose to use Jing Zhe's idea because, right, from what we see from the sketch, right, it is very easy to modify, and it's a simple and a user-friendly product sketch. So we used his product because it's easy to modify, and it's good for us to further improve it in prototype 1 and prototype 2. Okay, so now I'll be explaining how prototype 1 works. Okay, so as you can see from the picture, right, the can, right, is where we place the sticky bait, where we lure the mouse up, and it's rotatable so that when the mouse steps onto the can, it will rotate and the mouse will fall into the bucket. Okay, so for the wire, right, it helps the mice to get onto the bait, which is like a supporting platform so that he can before going onto the can, and it supports the can like hovering above the bucket, and it makes the rotating of the can possible, because if we were to use other materials like rock, right, it will be harder to spin the tin can, and it's has a smooth surface. And for the bucket, right, it will contain the mice when the mice drops inside, and it's wrapped with duct tape, because as you can see from our bucket, right, it has holes in it. So we duct tape the bucket so that the mice won't have the gripping, cannot grip the hole, which makes it easier for it to escape. Okay, so for the evaluation of prototype 1, right, is that it works quite well on its own. However, that the holes, right, for the duct tape part, I feel that it's not really, we feel that it's not really effective. So we think that the mouse can escape even though we duct tape it, and that the mouse may not enter the trap smoothly because our bucket, the diameter isn't that big. It's quite small, so that when the mouse falls inside, right, it can hold the side of the bucket, which also it's harder for it to enter. And with all these errors, right, we try to rectify it in prototype 2, which Desha will be explaining. Okay, so now I'll be passing my time to Tiasha.
So, like Justin mentioned, after making some changes, we came up with our prototype 2. Prototype 2 consists of materials such as a metal bucket and more added components such as the Arduino kit that was provided to us. Inside this Arduino kit, we had 2 servos and a sensor that will help us to make the trap more accurate in catching the mouse. The materials that we used was a metal bucket. This metal bucket was, like mentioned by Justin, it might cause the mouse to climb out if we used our plastic one. So we came up with a metal bucket so that the mouse would not climb out. The servo was used for turning the rod that we used, so that when the mouse is detected by the infrared sensor, it will turn the rod, making the mouse fall inside. For our Arduino, we had to program our servo and our infrared to be activated when the mouse was in our trap. Our programming part was quite tough as we had no prior knowledge about any coding, and thanks to the help that we seek, and we finally managed to set up the servo and the infrared to work for our favor. After that, I'll be passing on the time to Jingzhe.
So I'll be talking about the creating of prototype 2, the mechanical side. We chose infrared over motion sensor as the cons of motion sensor is that it's too sensitive to obstructions and it gets activated easily and might not work like how we wanted it to work. And we chose infrared as it will only be activated at a specific range and it is used for its purpose. So we use a hand drill to drill a pilot hole into it so that we can get the dimension that we want on the bucket, as the bucket is quite of a soft material. If we straight away drill it with the dimension that we want, it will damage the bucket. And we also cutting of holes and platforms using a vertical cutting machine. We use the platform and rod with infrared sensor, wooden support and servo. And the bucket we use metal bucket, and the RAM we uses acrylic to do. So the servo and infrared sensors are controlled by Arduino CPU. And the evaluation of prototype 2, we change all the material used from recycled materials to more reliable materials, and we replace our triggering mechanism and using of Arduino, added infrared and servo to work hand in hand for a better mouse track. So in conclusion, with Arduino help, we got to improve our prototype 1, and it helps to rectify the slight problems we have in our prototype 1. Do it from scratch, and we got to this stage. It's without the team we can't achieve it, and we all think that taking the risk to try the Arduino is worth it. Yeah, thank you.